Okay, hi guys. So we're back working in the Year of Our Life journal, and I have some bits and pieces here I pulled out. So I want to go back a few pages. This is this is the last page that you saw that I'd completed, but it didn't have any journaling on it. So you'll see that, I journal around the edges of the pictures and in the margins and upside down. For me, and I do some doodling, for me, the journaling is part of the composition as a whole. It completes the picture. And this journal is not about, I call it my Year in My Life journal, but it's not about specific dates or events necessarily. It could be, and it is in some cases. Like this Easter page. But it isn't always. Sometimes it's just about how I'm feeling about a particular event or group of events, like this page, which is just about my general health and well-being. There's a piece of something that was coming up there. It's more about how I feel about myself and things that are happening in the world around me this year than it is about specific dates or events. That doesn't mean I'm not going to journal about specific things that happen. I am going to, but I don't need to document every single solitary day of the whole year. This is more about how I feel at any given time. And, I don't know, I may end up filling this journal up in a couple months and having to start a new one before the year's out and end up at the end of the year with, a little collection of these journals. That may happen, and I'm okay with that. But this is not to necessarily, for me, document each and every single day. So I wanted to clarify that with all of you. And when I do finish the pages, I do date stamp them. I've been doing that in all of my journals this year, and for me, even though it's decorated, it's not finished until the journaling's done. So even if I pre-decorate a bunch of pages, which we're going to go over, which I do, I may pre-decorate them and they may sit for a week before I do the journaling on them, and it's not going to get date stamped until I do the journaling. So this is the last page I did. This is the next one. So this one I just did, and frequently with these pages when I get started, I don't know where I'm headed. I get started by working on the background and picking a couple of colors that will blend well. I do my scraping, I do my stenciling, I do my collaging and my Stabilo pencil. I don't really know what the journal is going to say to me or what it says about me or I want to say about it, and necessarily until it's done. This page happens to be done. I know what this page is about. At the time I was working on it, I got a letter journal and some happy mail and things from different people, including my new friend from Australia, PETA, and she sent me her letter journal in this really fabulous envelope, some of which I'm probably going to put back into her journal, but some of it I stole from my page, to be frank. And I had this meme that I'd printed, I don't remember, it was either off of Pinterest or Facebook, and it says, "I love my tribe because we all have thankful hearts and are blessed beyond measure." And this really, and then I found these word magnets at a garage sale recently. I did vlog about that, and these two stood out to me. She's a friend. Really, this whole page has to do, for me, with the online community and my friends and my artist friends. So I'm going to be journaling about you guys all on here. And then this next page I finished around the same time. And again, I didn't know exactly where I was going with it. I knew I wanted to use some, I had this red and yellow paint. I had this red that I actually got at Hobby Lobby on clearance right after Valentine's Day. It's called Red Crush acrylic paint. You know, it was cheap. I got it, and I think a pink or something for like 50 cents. Um, so I used it and some yellow, and I got this really great background, and I did some stenciling and some collaging. And at the time I was working on this was when I started physical therapy for my shoulder. So this page is going to be about having courage and strength to make it through the physical therapy and heal and get better. And on the tag that I put here in this little pocket, I'm going to write the dates and times of all of my physical therapy appointments on the front and back. And I had a couple of other pictures that are from my morning walks, which is something I missed doing right after surgery. I wasn't able to do any walking for a couple of weeks, and I finally got to be able to do that today. I walked to and from physical therapy at least. I'm not really cleared to go hiking or anything, but, you know, the fact that I can just, you know, walk a few blocks in the neighborhood is great. And then I did this page. Now, frequently the pages get to this point. It has a clear indication to me of where it's going. I know what the journaling subject should be about. Do I know exactly what it's going to say? Well, no, I won't really know that. I just really just wing it, and I write from the heart, and I won't know exactly what either one of these pages are going to say until I sit down with a pen. But when these pages are in process, they usually look like this. Now, I like this page compositionally and the color scheme. I was inspired to do this page by this image here, which was an advertising postcard I got in something I ordered from Etsy. I don't remember what. It might have been I ordered some fibers from a lady on Etsy. It might have been from there, but and I can't read what the I can't read what the name of the store is, but it's something here at the bottom. It is from Etsy. So I do like the composition of this page, but it's not, I know it's not done yet, because I know there's no focus on it, and it needs words or a ticket stub or something. But I like that I have it available, so when that perfect little piece comes, I can just stick it on here and do some pencil around it and then do some journaling. So this is ready to go. And this is frequently what I do. I have a page like this that's just ready for that last little bit to just make it sing to me, and then I know where to journal on it. And then this one is one I started this morning. I wanted to at least from the basic color scheme, I wanted to depart a little bit. And I used raw umber, white gesso, and then this other color called Desert Sand. This is an Americana paint, and the raw umber is also an Americana paint. I will do 2 or 3 or 4 of these pages that are just kind of waiting for that final thing, whether it's a business card or happy mail, or, you know, I don't know what that thing is, but this one is all ready for that thing, and this one will be. We're going to work on it today. So I am going to get out my glue. I've got all these little bits here. Now, I don't know that they're all going to end up on here. This is leftover. This is a photocopy of some of my painted papers. I have a couple of these. And then I punched a bunch of things out of it, and this is the waste, which, you know, I have trouble throwing away because there's still good bits in there. So I don't know. This is an actual piece of painted paper, drop paper. Here's another one. They're just scraps. Here's a piece of a napkin. I've got some punched out numbers. Another little journaling card. This is just a little feedback folder from Cost Plus when I was there the other day with my husband. I like this here with the 2 stamps and give, and then I'm really attracted to putting give back. I don't know why. But yeah, and then I also have this little stack of things that's from an airmail envelope I got from washi tape I ordered from Hong Kong. And her Not, I like the airmail tag, but her return address label has this cute little owl on it. And then there's these cute stamps on there. And then my label, my address label, had this cute picture frame. So these may not end up on this page, but they're going to end up on some page because they're really cute. So I cut them out of the envelope and I saved them. The only thing I know for sure is I'm pretty sure I want this here. Oh, maybe. Now see, I lied. Maybe not. Maybe I want it there. Okay, let's get some things glued down and we'll be right back. I'm going to fast forward through this and I'll be right back. Okay, you'll notice right away that I didn't stencil first. I don't always. So sometimes I'll do one layer of collage. Of course, after it's dry, I will trim this. I will do some Stabilo pencil, and then I will collage, and then I mean stencil, and then I will do some more collage. So this is your journal. Do it your way. I do know I want paint and stenciling on every single page. Maybe you don't. That's totally okay. It's your journal. Do it your way. I'm just here to give you some ideas, and I hope you have fun following along. I am going to let this dry, and we will be back because I'm by no means done with this page, and it's not at a point like this one is where it's ready for that final pop. I want to get it ready for the final pop, but it's not quite there yet. So let's let it dry and we'll be back. Okay. Before we do anything else, we're going to use our Stabilo pencil around some of the elements on the page. Just go with what feels right to you. I don't know why I stuck this circle right on the spine. That's gonna be fun, not? I tore the edge of this napkin off instead of cutting it because I thought that would be more interesting. Okay. Let's activate that. So when you're doing pages like this and you don't know what that final pop of journaling inspiration that needs to be on the page is gonna be, make sure you don't fill up the whole entire page. You want to leave yourself room to add what's really going to be that final layer of journaling in your Year of Your Life journal. pretty good. So let's get some stencils. Let's see. Maybe this one. And maybe this one. Okay. Let's see. Get some paint. I think I'm going to go with this light blue color, which is Calypso Sky by Folk Art. If I can get it to come out of the bottle. There we go. And let's go with just white gesso. Do I want to do white gesso? No, you know what? I want to do a green. Let's see. Green, green, green. Let's do this color, which is Wasabi. There's already some green on the page, so I like that green. Okay. I'm going to use a makeup sponge. And we're going to start with the blue. Oh, yeah, nice. I'm okay with the fact that that's a little blurry. So I'm going to just turn my sponge a different direction. And I'm going to grab some green on the alphabet stencil. And I'm going to turn my alphabets every which way. I like that. Okay, we're going to let that dry and we'll be back. Okay, so now before I do anything else, sometimes you're going to want to go back to the page and add either some white or some black to really make the page pop. So let's see if I can find. But I love this page, but this could use a little bit of. And this is a white Uniball Signo. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, it can just be little dots. Okay. doesn't have to really be any more than that unless you want it to be. Of course, my pen suddenly stopped working. Well, let's go with our backup pen, which is a Bic whiteout pen, which works equally as well, if not better. There we go. Something just like that, to just really have your pages pop out. Okay, we're back to this one. So before I do anything else, I'm going to do some white on here. That looks good. Okay, so now I have some more collage I want to put on here. So I have these two stamps from that envelope of washi tape I got from Hong Kong. If I can get them to stick. Might have to use heavy gel medium. Oops. Let's see if we can get it to stick. I fussy cut a bunch of these stamped elements off of that Cost Plus pamphlet. I just don't know if I want to use any of them on here. They're going to get used in the journal. I just don't know if they need to be used on here. I don't think so. I think we're going to leave them off. I will save them and set them aside for a different page. I also have the shipping label to my post box that I'm not going to use on here. I don't think it really fits. Unless I just cut a piece of it off and put it there. That's kind of interesting. Let's try that. Let's just cut off a piece. We'll set the rest aside. That piece could go anywhere. I'm thinking it needs to go over here though. I'm thinking I like it right there. I'm not going to overthink it too much. Okay. Put it up to the edge of the page so I don't have to cut anything. Hold it down for a minute. Stamp over here is coming up. So these were pulled off of a padded mailer with bubble wrap on it. So sometimes with paper like that has plastic on the back or thick paper, you may need to use a stronger adhesive like heavy gel medium. Okay, we're going to let that sit and let it dry, and we will be back. Okay, I don't think it's completely dry, but I think it's dry enough. So now we're going to go back around our different added elements with our black Stabilo pencil. And I'm going to activate it with some water. This is the time where I probably want to So I don't know exactly what this page is going to be. But this is a good start to have it be prepped and ready for that last final element when that thing, whatever it is, comes across my path. Pulling out some of the shapes from behind the stenciling that kind of got a little bit lost. Almost forgot about the address label up here. I like this little owl on the label. Okay. I like that. That looks good. So I'm going to take my whiteout pen. Let's give it a few more dots. Yeah, that's good. that page is good. I like it. So we're going to let that dry, and then I'm going to go back a couple pages and we are going to do some journaling. So let's let that dry and we will be back. Okay, so once you get your pages done and you know what they're supposed to say or what you want to say on them, then it's time to do your journaling in and around, maybe even over the artwork that you've done on the page. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to speed through it and I'll be back. Okay, there's 2 more pages done in my Year of My Life journal. This is the one about all of my art friends. And then this is the one about the healing process I'm going through right now with my shoulder and physical therapy. And you saw at some point that as I was journaling I did this. That was so I didn't stick my hand in any wet ink and smear it any more than is necessary. I usually keep the doodles pretty simple. Right now I'm doing a lot of arrows. I don't know why. Some little asterisks and things, just a little bit in black to highlight the page. And I'm ready now to figure out what these next 2 pages are supposed to be and continue on. So I hope that gave you all some more ideas. Let me know if you decide to do a Year in Your Life journal, and if you do, I'd like to see the pictures. All right, I'll see you later. Don't forget to go out and do something nice for yourself today. You deserve it. See you later.